This is a quick video on how to use the mouse, three-prong mouse for AutoCAD. I did look on YouTube for additional information on this, and I thought I'd make my own video on it and hopefully be a little more concise for just a short recording. So let's go ahead and get going on that now. And I've already opened up a file in AutoCAD, obviously, and have some just different geometric figures on here. So the first thing you notice as I move the mouse without touching anything, there is a crosshair. The first thing I wanted to show you is the left select button. That is for selecting a command, such as a line command to draw a line. It's also for what we call a window or crossing, window and a crossing. So if you start at the bottom right and outside of this object here and left click and let go, left click and let go, and I just touch this line here, it now selects it. That is one way to select a geometric figure. I also can click right on it, and that will select it as well. And there's a thing called Lasso. If you hold down the left mouse button, and you can get a configuration like that, that will also select it. Now that is the window. The crossing is a little bit different. So you notice in the window, if I just touch, left click on the mouse button, just touch the geometric figure, it selects it. In the crossing, if I left click on the top left here, and I just touch this line here, this geometric figure, it does not select it. And let's go the other way on this, left click with the window across here, and it selects it. So this would be, the crossing would be for anything that falls entirely inside of there will be selected. So you notice I touched this line here, completely enclosed this rectangle here, and that rectangle is the only thing selected. So that's the left mouse button. Again, left clicking and let go for the crossing, or left click and let go for the window. And you can use the lasso that I showed you in both ways as well, but that will be also has to be inclusive. So I'm holding down the left mouse button, and I'm just holding it down. I'm not letting go, and that produces what they call the lasso. All right, the right mouse button is to get to this menu here. It'll give you a bunch of different menus that you will use periodically through here. The clipboard for copying, you can use the pan tool, select the pan tool. So if I was to select this pan tool, I would left click and it would give me the option immediately to use the pan tool by holding down the left mouse button. Now I can use that. That's one option on there. Going back, right clicking again, going back to this menu, it will give you some different menus here. If you have a geometric figure selected and you right click, you also pick up on this menu again, but down at the bottom they'll have quick properties and properties added to that, and that will be covered later in the class. Alright, so that's the left mouse button, the right mouse button. Now let's look at the center wheel. The center wheel can be used for zooming in and out. It can be used for panning. And it also can be used to pull a zoom all feature. Z enter AN is a shortcut, or the center mouse button double click, and it'll bring everything into view. Everything that is in that drawing will bring into view. One click on the mouse button to zoom back out a little bit. One click on the mouse button. This is just rotating the mouse button back and forward to zoom in and out. Notice as well, I'm going to pan, holding down the center wheel now. And notice as well, when I zoom in and out, wherever my crosshairs are, that's where it will zoom into. So if I wanted to zoom in onto this text right here, STEC text, this building, and I have my mouse, my crosshairs over here, I would be zooming in over to this box here. Double click and bring everything into view again. Mash down the center wheel and just panning up. Now I want to zoom into that lettering, that text there, STEC. So I'm going to put my crosshairs right over that and zoom in and just keep them on there and just continue to zoom in until where I want it. So that's the three functions. Again, left clicking for selecting either window and crossing, or selecting a command. The right mouse button will bring up this menu bar, and Also, if a geometric figure is selected, it'll bring up this menu bar with properties and quick properties. And the center wheel is for zooming in and out. Wherever the crosshairs are, it will zoom in and out just by rotating it. Double-clicking on the center wheel will bring everything into view. Hopefully that was helpful. If you haven't seen this before, that was a quick review on the three button mouse. All right, thanks.